For his entire professional career, our next reader has been using his art to promote human rights. He was poet in residence at the Autry Museum, a featured poet in Chrysler's Spirit in the Woods poetry program, co-founder of Poets for Peace, helped to spearhead the United Nations dialogue among civilizations through Poetry Project, former Poet Laureate Youth for Human Rights, the Florida Beat Poet Laureate, and the recipient of the St. Hill Art Festival's Lifetime of Creativity Award. He has 6 books of poetry: Unprotected Poetry, Anguish of the Blacksmith's Forge, One Child Sold, In Plain View, 30-04, Sirens and Man Without Borders. Please welcome Larry Jaffe.
Anyway, thank you for inviting me to this special reading. I'm going to read a couple of poems for y'all. First one was the one that was published by Jake, which Jake said he liked a lot. And I love Jake's. What the heck? It's called Miles Showed Me His Trumpet. It's dedicated to Miles Davis. Miles Davis lived round the block from me, deep in the upper west side of Manhattan Island. And he played like one man could be in Ireland, living for his horn and paid his daily bread. His house was made of gingerbread on West 77th Street, while I lived on West 76th. I'd see him every now and again, going to that brownstone that his horn built. I got to meet Miles. I walked round the block, walked round the clock, where Miles stood outside his home, just proud as a peacock. He told me how much he liked San Francisco women because their bottoms were so round and not flat from riding subways all days. He said this with a smile, nudging me, guyhood joke. You know what I mean? We went inside past the New York facade into his musical domain, headquarters for lonely horn players. Miles stood smiling at the stranger. He showed me his horn, and the purity of Miles' trumpet just leans into me. He sings it blue. My eyes tear uncontrollably. He has touched melodies that riff with magic, and I escape ego with that horn. It is an evolution of life in notes counterpoint, and my fingers feel broken in comparison. They want to make the same sounds with words. You know, that staccato lip thing that merges man with trumpet. Yeah, Miles showed me his horn in this house of stalactites hanging down from ceilings, made of sugar-coated dreams. When I was a kid, I wanted to play the trumpet. I dreamed of it. I wanted it more than sex, but I wore braces on my teeth, and they told me I would cut my lips to ribbons and bleed on my horn. I looked up with tears in my eyes, and I said, Miles always bleeds on his horn. Thank you for your finger snaps. I can't hear them, but they look lovely. All right, next piece is called One-Eyed Splendor. I see you with one eye because my other eye is busy confronting reality. With my right eye, I take in your grace and your beauty, while my other is jaundiced by the man in rags, begging for food or drink and maybe work. Then I see, whoops, where'd I go? There we go. Then I see your smile working hard to get my attention. When I watch the news about some drive-by shooting of children, my attention is split, and now I have one eye crying and the other is smiling back at you. My life feels crossed as my eyes peel away in opposite directions. One eye wants to enjoy life, and the other crying because of it. It splits me apart right down the middle, and it's not that I don't love you. I just don't know how to love life when it looks at me this way. I always keep one eye peeled for trouble, the other's aimed for pleasure. My fingers fly across my keyboard, creating beauty in people's lives so undernourished by pain. My one eye feels the blemish, and my other's trying to be optimistic. When I see you lying there in erotic slumber, I want to close my bad eye. I want to close my bad eye when I walk down the street, even if it's Beverly Hills, because behind that facade of rich and famous lies an empty rice bowl soul. And I want to close my bad eye because it cries so damn much. And on that side, I'm running out of tears. Tears of submission, tears of admission, tears of seduction, tears of reduction. Too many damn tears bleeding from that damn eye. While the other stays awake doing crossword puzzles, writing love songs, and perhaps dripping a tear of joy now and then. But things are way out of balance. My tear ducts are out of balance. My emotions no longer harmonious. I see shadows playing in the darkness, and I wonder if my good eye has any tears to spare. Thank you very much.